attack. In what amounts to basically a sneak attack from the folks over at Apple, we have announcements of the new Generation 2 Apple HomePod. Apple HomePod Generation 2, not the little HomePod, the big HomePod. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the kitchen, you get a HomePod. So basically, I've taken some notes here on my giant iPad. I'm trying to use the iPad now since everybody's telling me it's worth using. Let me see. I'll go down these quickly. It still looks like the same HomePod. The room-filling sound with intelligent directional audio that supposedly puts the vocals like in the middle, no matter where it is in the room and stuff like that. Similar to the first HomePod. It looks exactly like the first HomePod. I don't know if it is, though. I don't know. One woofer, 5 directional tweeters, and some kind of brain inside. They don't say what. I think they did say which chip was in the original HomePod. They did not say what chip is in this HomePod. That does the same real space, or at least it sounds like the same real space analysis of the room so that you get the best sound no matter where the HomePod is placed. You can still pair 2 for stereo. It'll also do Dolby Atmos. I don't guess if it's the same as before, you can't do 4 for like surround sound, and there's of course no subwoofer. Maybe you can. It would be great, Apple, if we could do like 2 HomePods and 2 mini HomePods for like a surround sound thingy. I kind of gave up on the HomePod after they canceled the initial HomePod because I like that one. And the mini, while it's fine, is kind of not bad. It sounds okay, but it's kind of a toy. If you're serious about audio, the HomePod mini is just like for background noise. Of course, if you have multiple HomePods around the house, you can set them up for whole home audio, or you could use Siri to tell people that dinner is ready, apparently. And you can tell Siri to do things like turn on the lights. It works with all the smart home stuff, hopefully better than the original HomePod. It supports Matter, which is, as I understand it, a new smart home, smart things protocol. You can do the digital handoff. So if you've got your iPhone and you're listening to something and you want to transfer it over to the HomePod, you can do that. Much in the same way you can go from one device to another with the AirPods, whatever AirPods that you've got. But I do have some questions, one of which is, how, if at all, is it in any way different than the original HomePod? Apple spent a ton of money on the original HomePod, so much so that I think it made the original HomePod difficult to sell, because in order to like recoup the investment that they made in designing the thing, they had to charge $350 for it. $299 is the price point now. I've already ordered one, should be here on February 3rd. So if you want to know more about the Gen 2 HomePod, then hit that subscribe button. Another question I have is, since Apple had like the weird infomercial MacBook Mac Mini release M2 thing yesterday that they put out, why release the HomePod a day after in this like weird sneak attack? I don't quite understand. In true Apple style, they've given us no specs about what the HomePod can do, no frequency ranges, no speaker power ratings, no anything like that. So we really can't compare apples to apples when we look at the HomePod versus, say, any product like it or any other speakers or anything like that. It's a black box. Quite literally, it comes in midnight, which is black, and white. They don't tell us anything about the inner workings of it, which is pretty much on par for Apple with things like this, because they want it to be magical. I, for one, am glad the HomePod is back. I was sad when it went away because it was one of those products that actually delivered on its promise. It did sound really good after all the little bugs got worked out of the operating system. It was great. AirPlay 2 came out, and it really worked well. You'll be able to listen to spatial audio with Apple Music through your phone, or even through the Apple TV, if that's something that you want to do. February 3rd, the new thing will be in my hands, and I will take it out of the box, and I will give you my initial impressions. Until then, thank you so much for being here. Once again, my name is Jason. Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out.